Today's show contributor Donna Farzan and anchor Jenna Fisher, both 43 years old, spoke on the 28th of August about the reasons why some members of Generation Z dislike talking on the phone. I don't always enjoy talking on the phone, Farzan said, but it's interesting because it is a generational thing yet. Bush Hager seized the chance to playfully poke fun at her co-host, stating, "That's why you didn't answer when I called you the other day. I mean, for real." Farzan chuckled and finally said, "It's true. I called her and she didn't answer," Bush Hagar revealed. "Y'all laugh like it's a joke." After Farzan explained that they texted, Bush Hagar said, "Y'all, it ain't the same. I simply want to mention that if you're under a specific age and compose an email to someone and then wonder, why haven't they responded to me? What do you do if you send them a text and get no response?" She emphasized that all you have to do is pick up the phone. "Hey, I was just thinking about you and trying to call," she reminded viewers. "Email and texting aren't the only means of communication." "That is true," Farzan said in response. "Dialing into your voice is a pleasure." But Bush Hager hinted that she was aware of Farzan's genuine emotions when she said, "Once you get on the phone with me, you like it. You dread it when you see me calling." Bush Hagar shot back, "I know you do because you silence me, and then you texted they'll call you in a few days." She laughed and said, "I don't dread it." After Kodak Cop's final day on January 10th, she began hosting Today with Jenna and friends on January 13th. She made an announcement about a rotating roster of famous people who would be filling in for the absent host. What's so cool about it is that it really does feel like we're pulling up chairs for all different types of people, Bush Hagar told People with a smile. Actors, comedians, and media professionals are all here. Hosting Today with Hoda and Jenna, Jenna Bush Hagar is well-versed in balancing humor and seriousness. She frequently engages her audience, makes lighthearted jokes, and even playfully calls out her coworkers, all because of her frank and humorous attitude. For example, Jenna recently made people chuckle by scolding a coworker on the Today Show for being unresponsive when she needed them most. The funny encounter, which was recorded on camera, gives viewers a look at the host's affable side and the team spirit that exists behind the scenes of the Today Show. Today has always been an opportunity for the host's personality to radiate, thanks to the show's emphasis on chemistry, humor, and real encounters. The relationship between Jenna and her co-host Hoda Kop is what draws in viewers, whether it's through serious interviews, humorous banter, or news segments. But this time, Jenna's lighthearted jab at one of her fellow Today staff members was the showstopper, a lost opportunity. It started when Jenna was live on the air, engaging with viewers and talking about the day's events, when she chose to handle a small emergency in the background. She lightheartedly informed the crowd that she had been trying to contact a team member earlier in the day, but had been unable. The announcement was made by Jenna with a mischievous twinkle in her eye. "I've been calling them all morning and they didn't pick up. Seriously, though, in this area, how do I go about getting someone to respond?" When Jenna sent her coworker a fake glare, everyone in the room started laughing. The famous executive producer of Today was actually Jenna's coworker, and she had obviously been trying to contact him on a show-related logistical issue. Playfully pointing out the missed call on air, Jenna didn't hold back, as is her wont. "I was trying to get in touch, but clearly some people are too busy to answer their phones," she joked, bringing a bit of comedy to what could have been a boring scenario. The atmosphere was carefree and charming, just like Jenna always is. Fans can relate to her because she's not afraid to make fun of herself and her coworkers. Seeing someone as composed and funny as Jenna is a breath of fresh air in the sometimes brutal business of television. The hidden humor of the situation. Jenna's humorous jab perfectly reflected her personality and the ethos of Today. It wasn't just a throwaway quip. Jenna and the rest of the Today crew have a running joke about missed calls that they've been making fun of for a long time. Viewers of the show have grown to love Jenna's on-screen persona, especially her humorous remarks about missed calls, which she has delivered on several occasions. It's expected for TV hosts to have lighthearted moments, but Jenna's talent for making even the most uncomfortable situations hilarious demonstrates her innate comic timing. Jenna is a master at maintaining a professional demeanor, but also managing to make light of her own mistakes and the innocent pranks her coworkers pull. Because of the setting, Jenna's jab is even funnier. Jenna wholeheartedly seized the opportunity to bring attention to a neglected message or missed call, proving that no matter how small or foolish it is, it can always be made fun of. She has made herself very approachable and easy to root for by being honest with her followers, both on and off the show. How colleagues reacted. The coworker Jenna singled out was obviously not spared. The lighthearted conversation continued after Jenna made her remarks. As soon as she made her comedic revelation on television, the rest of the Today crew got in on the act, with other employees adding their own comments. Keeping things light and lighthearted turned into a full-fledged team effort. The executive producer, who had somehow missed the phone call, acknowledged that Jenna's shoutout was justifiable and answered on air in a similarly comedic fashion. "I was busy, all right," the producer said in jest, mimicking a surrender gesture. There was a lot of back and forth, and it was obvious that the on-air friendship continued off-screen as well. It was just another illustration of how the Today program promotes a welcoming and cooperative environment where coworkers can lightheartedly joke around without being too serious. The obvious bond between Jenna and her coworkers further added to the moment's comedic value. Even while it was lighthearted, the conversation served to underscore how comfortable and trusted Jenna is with the Today team. These kinds of moments serve as a reminder that despite the fact that everyone is working hard to make sure the broadcasts go off without a hitch and that the content is engaging, television is still primarily about real people with connections, personalities, and yes, the occasional missed call. The reactions of the fans to the message. It was no surprise that the incident became a social media sensation among fans. Many Today viewers commented on Jenna's fun shout-out on social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Some admirers even joked that Jenna should host a comedy show alongside her job on the Today, praising her for her talent to bring humor to otherwise serious work situations. "I just adore how Jenna can turn the most insignificant situations into something amusing," a Twitter follower gushed. Absolutely fantastic. The addition of Jenna's comedy makes Today a lot more fun to watch, according to another viewer. She has incredible rapport with everyone, but it really shines when she confronts them like this. Not only did Jenna's pranks amuse her audience, but they also brought people together. The situation became even more real when people recounted personal experiences with unanswered calls, texts, and small setbacks at work. Jenna's spontaneous antics served as a welcome reminder that in a world when scripted or overproduced television is all too common, the best parts of any show can be when the actors let their hair down. The value of having a good time on the job. Jenna's natural talent for bringing a smile to anyone at work says a lot about how the Today crew works together. The success of the show depends on more than just the on-screen personalities. It also depends on the relationships that exist behind the scenes. Jenna, Hoda, and the rest of the Today team create an inviting and friendly atmosphere on the program through the trust, respect, and friendship they share. Viewers love how genuine the hosts and staff are. The real connection they share is part of what makes the show so appreciated. Whether it's sharing fun moments like Jenna's call-out or confronting more serious themes, fans love Jenna for her lighthearted spirit, which teaches them to laugh at themselves and not take life too seriously, which is a necessary skill in the fast-paced business of television. In sum, a remarkable occasion, a seemingly insignificant moment, Jenna Bush Hagar's humorous reprimand of a coworker for not picking up the phone encapsulated all that makes Today great. It highlighted Jenna's amiability and the strong bond she has with her coworkers.